I am Vittorio Manganelli, and my hobby is studying and writing about wine. Here we are in the tasting room of the wine bank, Banca del Vino. And as you can see, tomorrow, for example, we are going to have a tasting about some Italian sparkling wines, white wines. And what, a Banca del Vino again?
No, that's good. That's good. So when we stopped before, you mentioned Barbera d'Alba and Barbera di Asti and a difference in style. And you said the new style of Alba started 25 years ago. What happened 25 years ago that Alba changed to the new style?
Yes. Barbera d'Alba had an evolution, maybe from the first decades of the 90s or at the end of the 80s, like other wines of Lange, because in that period born a lot of new little wineries, really a lot. Before, for example, in Barolo, maybe you had 30 or 40 producers, and in 10 years you arrived to 250. So a lot of young people, young guys, decided to open their own winery. And in that period in Lange, they began to use a new method of making wine. For example, using little barrels, French oak barrels, 225 liters or a little more, and shorter period of vinification. And that was the new style of the new producers of Barolo and Barbera in Lange. Before, Barbera was a little rustic, a little strong, a little peasant, they said, wine. And with this kind of vinification, with French oaks, shorter maceration, not too much contact with bucce, si dirà, skins. With skins, we had new wines, new modern wines. And in that period there was a very important debate and argues about traditional wines or modern wines. And in that period was born the new Barbera d'Alba. In Asti we had a similar process, but in a softer way. The new Giacomo Bologna, Braida, was the new leading of the new style of Barbera d'Asti. And there with French oaks too, and so on. And against the traditional style of a wine that wasn't so elegant and so rich of scents. This is the evolution during these years, but now I can tell that there's no more a very important argue or debate against traditionalist or new producers. Traditional producers normally use larger barrels, of course. Macerations is longer, but the difference in style are not so important as in that period. In Alba in particular, but you have to think that Barbera d'Alba is about 2 million bottles per year. Is not a very important quantity. When you think about Barbera d'Asti, you have 30 million bottles. Barbera del Monferrato, 10 million bottles. So in Langa is not so important, because in Langa, of course, the most important vineyards are normally dedicated to Nebbiolo to make Barolo or Barbaresco. And so the quantity of bottles is not so large and so important. 2 million per year is not so much. Si intuiva